Paul Foreman is entering his final months on Coronation Street and he has asked Todd Grimshaw to do something he really shouldn't, and it leads to even more problems. Coronation Street viewers will be left heartbroken as ailing Paul Foreman begs Todd Grimshaw to help him end his life. The former builder is living his last few months on the cobbles as he struggles against motor neurone disease. Things are getting worse for Paul, played by pIea, and he recently collapsed while alone at home. It led to him making a big decision, and it put another resident under pressure in the process. ITV bosses are set to touch upon the subject of assisted suicide as he asks Todd to help him end his life when the time comes. As Todd refuses, Paul accepts it's too much to ask of his former love rival, but tearfully explains he's terrified of becoming a hostage inside his own body. A sympathetic Todd takes Paul to the surgery where Paul makes out he's in great pain and needs morphine, but to Todd's relief, Dr. Gadders refuses to prescribe it. In the Rovers, Abby then overhears Paul complaining to Todd that he couldn't get a prescription for morphine and empathizes. Back at the flat, Todd's surprised when Abby arrives at Paul's invitation, but all becomes clear when Paul asks Abby to score him some drugs. Will Abby help Paul? Paul has been determined, made sure his last days in Weatherfield and married the love of his life, Billy Mayhew, after being told he had months left to live. Todd, meanwhile, has caught the eye of Moses, played by Michael Foreman, who will be Paul's new carer. Corrie producer Ian MacLeod previously teased that Todd would become smitten with him. Speaking to Express and other press, he said, "There's a dalliance for Todd, but it arrives at quite a poor time. And the person with whom he has the connection is probably not ideal in terms of the situation that Todd meets them in. At this time, it's only a little test drive of his relationship with this person. It's not very long running, but we thought that if we like what we see, it might go on to be long running later on." Peter explained to the Mirror and other press about the moment he was told his character will tackle the Touch storyline. "I was called into the producer's office late last year, and he said, we've got this very big storyline for you, which will be a great thing to do, but it will mean an eventual exit. I had mixed feelings, obviously. It'll be sad to leave the show. It's an amazing job, I've met fantastic people. It'll be sad to leave, but at the same time, I'm quite happy to be involved in such a powerful storyline which will hopefully bring awareness to it. It's a double-edged sword."